Hi guys, El Finito here with another video on CSGO. Today I'll be talking about the E-League qualifiers that's going to come up from December 15th onwards. We now know the 16 teams with Cloud9 qualifying for this qualifier. The teams are going to be NIP, Dignitas, FaZe, G2, NVS, Tyloo, Godsend, Optic, Renegades, Hellraisers, Mousesports, Cloud9, CLG, Immortal, Spirit, and Vega Squadron. And of course, the 8 teams that have legend status are Fnatic, SK, Liquid, VP, Navi, Astralis, Flipside, Gambit. Now, I somehow don't like that the teams, get the legend status, especially when there's so much gap between both the tournaments. It's almost 6 months between both the majors. Simply because you look at Fnatic right now, Liquid right now, they are not the same teams that they were the last time they played. So both of them, coming here are really lucky because especially Liquid. I don't think that Liquid could have qualified to this major if they were placed in these qualifiers. Flipside and Gambit did well. They won the Flipside beat NIP in a best of three. So credit to them. Gambit won two best of ones and qualified. These two teams, I am 100% sure, would not have made it out of these qualifiers. So good play to them. They're there. These four teams. Good luck to them. Now talking about the qualifiers. You have got 6 of the top 10 teams based on the HLTV rankings over here in NIP, Dignitas, FaZe, Optic, yes, Optic, Cloud9 and G2. So what's interesting is the Swiss format is basically you win 3, you qualify, you lose 3, you're eliminated. So there'll be matches drawn at random. The winners will go on to play each other and the losers will play each other. And then again, after that, based on the records, the teams with same record, like if you have one win, one loss, or one win, one loss, you play each other, and the same teams cannot play each other later in the tournament. So this ensures that you have a different opponent every time, and it's a best of one. I personally don't like this format because ultimately it comes down to a best of one. A best of one is very finicky. You don't know what's going to happen, and sometimes the teams that actually should be there, had it been a best of three, will not make it. So I personally don't like the best of ones, but it definitely makes for a good watch. If you remember, if you had seen the last qualifier, Immortals made it out. They choked really bad. One of the teams upset them. I think it was Flipside or Gambit themselves who upset Immortals to qualify. Cloud9 also failed at this stage. So it'll be really interesting to see because these two teams are heavily favored to qualify this time. Now, as far as the teams that are concerned, you have got 6 of the top 10, as I mentioned. Now, what's interesting is you have got teams like Tyloo, Envy, Hellraisers. These teams are dangerous in best of ones. If they get a good game, all they need is one good game, 2 of their players firing, and they can upset a big team. This is one of the reasons why I don't prefer a best of one, because the best of three gives you the best CS, gives you the best teams to make it through. And we want the best teams to make it through because the pool right now who are there with the legend status are not the best teams in the world. So now, talking about the best of ones. The ban is going to be simple. You are going to ban out 2 maps, I think. Each team will ban out 2 maps, and one map is selected from the randomizer. So, being said that, most of the teams can ban out 2 of their worst maps. Now, if I look at the pool, the most common banned map I think will be Nuke. There's no doubt about it. I think Nuke will be banned every single time. So, this gives a huge advantage to teams like NIP, Dignitas, and G2 who actually want to play Nuke. G2 not so much, but G2 have played Nuke against the big teams. Because now these teams can ban out their favorite map, their worst maps. In the case of NIP, it's definitely Mirage and Trade. They'll ban it out and they'll 90% of the times people will ban out Cash and Nuke. So a team like NIP will be left with just to overpass and I think it's Cobble. So if you work well on those 3 maps, NIP should qualify. Dignitas again same for them. People will ban out Nuke against them and Mirage against them. So they themselves don't play Cash a lot, so they can take out Cash and probably Train they'll take out. So again, Cobble being one of the best maps, they like to play Overpass. So they can again set their map pool up in such a way that they get the favorable matchup. So again, the ban phase is going to be really interesting. These smaller teams like Spirit, Vega Squadron, I don't expect them to do much. They qualify to the CIS region, which is one of the easiest regions to qualify from. So I think they'll be the first teams to go with 3 losses. Hellraisers again will have a really hard time. CLG too. CLG lost Tariq. They lost JDM. They're really going to struggle in this tournament. Now the other teams, Tailu have a potential for upset. And being an Indian, being an Asian, I do want them to do well, but I cannot see them qualifying. You have to look at the teams out there. You've got NIP who have won 3 tournaments this year. You've got Dignitas who won Epicenter, one of the most improved teams this year. FaZe who have shown tremendous improvement with Carrigan. You've got Envy who's steadily improving, but not there yet, but steadily improving. G2, well, if Scream and Shock show up, they win. You've got Optic who just won the previous tournament. They won the E-League tournament. They cannot be written off. You've got C9, the NA team of the year, who performed magnificently. They won ESL Pro League. Immortals, the perennial team, who always should make it, but somehow don't. And Mouse Sports, of course, the Nico show. And it's going to be hard for these teams. So now, with these teams gone, I think now it'll come down to 11 teams. NIP, Dignitas, FaZe, G2, Envy, Godsend, Optic, Mousesports, Cloud9, Immortals. These will be the teams that will fight, I think, will to qualify. Now, if I look at these teams, based on form, if I look at just form of this year, NIP, Dignitas, FaZe should qualify because they have had the best form. The NIP, of course, winning 3 tournaments, they have done really well. Pith came back. Pith is performing well. Forest is on fire. Dignitas is one of the most improved teams. They've really got a good system out there. Config is playing really well. MSL is doing a good job leading the team, and Rubino, has become one of the best support players. The triple punch of Config with Magisboy and Cajun B is doing really well. So I expect Dignitas and NIP to be the first teams to qualify. FaZe with Carrigan has improved tremendously, so that's another team. So if I have to pick the teams to qualify, I think NIP, Dignitas, FaZe, G2, these 4 teams will definitely qualify. Now, as for the rest, Mouse Sports have gone down a bit. Lowell coming in gave them a boost, but with Nico going out of form, Mouse is really struggling. They just play one map, Dust 2. So if people ban Dust 2 against them, they're going to really have a hard time qualifying. So I don't see Mouse Sports qualifying. Optic, again, somehow it's hard for me to say Optic will qualify. Yes, they won the tournament, but I don't know. I think they can. They have got a shot, but it's going to be hard for them. G2, I definitely see qualifying because I think they are very consistent. They have a good team, a good balance. And Shocks and Stream will not fail every game. So G2, I think, will qualify. Envy, I hope they do. They are one of the teams that can be upset in this tournament because you don't know what you're going to get from them. Getting Sixer in, Sixer has been more consistent than Devil. But we'll see. They have been steadily improving, so I think Envy also can qualify, but they'll be one of the teams struggling to qualify. The team that I'm most interested to watch is Godsend. They've got 4 people in there who are major winners, and 3 of them have won 3 majors each. You've got the legendary Fnatic lineup, which won the first major, the 4 of them, which upset the great NIP at that tournament. I think they'll qualify, not because they're the best team out there, simply because they're the most experienced team out there along with NIP. Experience will play a factor in such a stacked tournament, and that's why I feel that NIP along with G2 and Godsend will qualify just because of the experience factor. So for me personally, I think NIP, Dignitas, FaZe, G2, G2, these 4 teams will definitely qualify. C9 based on form will definitely qualify. That will be the 5th team. The last 3 should be between Envy, Godsend, Optic, and Immortals. I think between these 4, you'll have 3 teams. So if I have to narrow it down and take a shot right now, I say NIP, Dignitas, FaZe, G2, Envy, Godsend, Cloud9, Immortals, and the last team. I think it'll be Envious. I think Optic will miss out. I think these are the 8 teams that will qualify. So now, with these 8 teams going through, they'll be placed in 2 pots, pot 3 and pot 4. How the pots work is the semi-finalists from the previous major will be placed in pot 1. The quarter-finalists, the losing quarter-finalists will be placed in pot 2. The teams that qualify with a 3-0 record and a 3-1 record, and one of the teams who qualifies, the best team which qualifies with a 3-2 record from this, qualifier will be placed in pot 3, and the other 4 teams that qualify will be placed in pot 4. And then you will have one from pot 1, pot 2, pot 3, pot 4, and that'll be the groups. I see some potential group of deaths coming. You know, you can easily have a group which has SK, one of the best team in the world, along with Astralis, the most improved team in the last month, and with NIP and Dignitas. You can easily have that group. So it'll be a good major. So guys, do tune in for this tournament. It's going to be really crazy. Some good CS on the way, even though many of us don't support the best of ones. But best of ones do tend to give us upsets, some great crazy games. And I hope to see that. I hope my favorite team NIP does qualify. I hope the best teams do make it. And we have one of the best majors here. This will be one of the most viewed tournaments in CS. The last major did drop off a bit, but I think the viewership will pick up. So guys, hopefully have a good time. Watch the tournament from December 15th, and I hope your favorite team does make it. As a NIP fan, I do hope NIP make it. As an Asian, I hope Tyloo makes it. So guys, have a nice time. I'll catch you later. Thank you.